And what's going on, guys? This is the Club of the Man 1993 coming at you for another live review of 205 Live from the May 22nd, 2018 edition of 205 Live. My goodness. Don't want to hear my own voice. Anyways, so yeah, this episode of 205 Live came from, of course, SmackDown's location of Worcester, Massachusetts, or I think it's called Worcester. I can never pronounce that name. You know, I know people who actually gone to college there. Way off topic. But overall, another solid to good show I felt from 205 Live. Again, as I keep saying, 205 Live, has improved a lot. It hasn't really hit like an A-level show, in my opinion, yet. Well, maybe with the Cruiserweight Championship matches and the tournament they had, like that was like A-level stuff. But this stuff also, again, the problem with 205 Live I still have is what else is there on the show besides just the Cruiserweight Championship? Yes, we are establishing, storylines, some well more developed storylines with, the guys like, the Lucha House Party or Drew Gulak, Cedric Alexander, Buddy Murphy, Mustafa Ali. We've established superstars on 205 Live. That's what I like. But it's like all they're going to be fighting for, though, is just the Cruiserweight Championship eventually. There's no depth in it. I mean, I know I said before I don't want, tag titles, but it would be nice also if a lot of these guys who are a lot more talented than just being in a Cruiserweight division could get other opportunities outside of the Cruiserweight division also. So that's the reason why I think, 205 Live is still, it's like a B-level show, in my opinion. But, if some of these guys got more opportunities pretty much to do more than just eventually fight for a Cruiserweight title, then I definitely think this could be, on a different level because I take these superstars just a little bit more seriously. But overall, I still thought this week's show was definitely another solid to good show. So let's get right into it and talk about it. We opened up with this great package recapping Hideo Itami's career, what led him to his breakup with his tag partner, Akira Tozawa, recently also. Pretty much, he felt he never need a partner. He feels he just needs to be by himself. He feels he doesn't get the respect he deserves, which, again, this was the Hideo Itami that we were getting from his last few months in NXT. And I thought it would make very much sense. He got injured how many times? He'd been held back in his career opportunities he's had. He's not succeeded. So, of course, he's frustrated, which, I don't blame him definitely for being on that frustrated level, and it makes sense. So, and I did not do a turn alert for Hideo Itami being a babyface when he debuted on the main roster because I felt that they were going to stick with him being a heel, and he and pretty much that face run was just for him just to warm up on the main roster before getting down serious business. Now I think that's what we're doing here. So now with David Tommy, which I'll talk about a little bit more also again in the match later on tonight against his former tag team partner Akira Tozawa. They hype up also. It was hype up next week that we will get the Cruiserweight Championship match between Cedric Alexander and Buddy Murphy next week, and later on we will be getting a sit-down interview with Cedric Alexander talking to I think it was Vic Joseph that he talked to. I can't remember. But the first match we had was Drew Gulak versus Gran Metalik. Gulak had an on-location promo earlier after his entrance. He says the journey of a million miles starts with a single step, and tonight he will take a step toward a better 205 Live when he faces a member of the Lucha House Party. He'll prove that you can flip or dive, but when you step on him and you step to him, you'll tap out. We also had Brian Kendrick and Jack Gallagher on commentary as well, which I think looks like they are teaming up an alliance between Gallagher, Kendrick, and Gulak eventually, which could be a strong alliance, as the three of them were seemingly having their issues with the Lucha House Party. The match was decent between Gulak and Gran Metalik. I mean, I'm not, completely behind me. I think it's just another, feud to help, continue to get Drew Gulak going. I feel like if anybody, well, again, I've mentioned guys like, Cedric Alexander, Mustafa Ali, Buddy Murphy, guys have definitely benefited from, Triple H taking over 205 Live already. But I definitely think, Drew Gulak also is one of those people, those guys as well. And I am actually surprised, they didn't, because I feel like, he'd be okay not winning the Cruiserweight Championship yet. But I feel like, he's at least, established himself as a really legitimate threat of a heel on 205 Live, as I keep saying. And I mean, although this feud with the Lucha House Party it's all right. It's not really, throw things out of the water, but it still continued to make him feel like he's that important of a wrestler that, eventually I think Drew Gulak could eventually be someone I could also see, wrestling for, the Intercontinental Championship or U.S. title, even a world title someday. But the match with him and Grand Metalik was pretty good. Metalik got some spots to shine. Of course, he had a cool one walking on the top rope before he launching a drop kick, but then Gulak kicked him out of the air and on a moonsault attempt, and that was led to doing his finisher, the Gulak, pretty much. As he's been put on his submission maneuvers ever since he's become more of a threat. We then had a promo with Buddy Murphy saying no one trains and works harder than him. That's why he's beaten everyone he's faced on 205 Live. That's why he'll beat Cedric Alexander, because you can't stop the unstoppable. So again, Buddy Murphy, again, just as the promo he said recently, he's been in WWE for 5 years. He was tag champions in NXT for a while, but after that, it's been nothing else. And he's, not waiting around. He's going to jump on any opportunity he can get, pretty much, and that's exactly the way that Cedric Alexander. So we hear from him, but we'll hear from Cedric also a little bit later on. We then had the squash match of the week, TJP taking on Christopher Guy, another jobber, and he's been apparently saying stuff on social media trying to get Drake Maverick's attention, saying that, hey, I'm the one to put this division on the map. When am I going to get my opportunities as well? This is a way to put over TJP. Someone called TJ Perkins, and he said the same thing in a post-match interview. He says he's the best technical wrestler in the world, and he single-handedly put the Cruisers on the map. He wants better competition from Drake Maverick and respect from management. So I know, a lot of people definitely on 205 Live, those TJP or a few others who just feel they're not getting opportunities are definitely somewhat attacking the successful general manager of 205 Live. So a lot this time people are saying this could be teasing, Drake Maverick to eventually get back into the ring. Maybe, I don't know if that'll happen or not. But again, it at least feels like it has a purpose to it. So that was with TJP. We talk about they talk about how the fans love Mustafa Ali and Cedric Alexander during the tour. They did their things to help the kids and whatnot. And then we had a sit down interview with Cedric Alexander. He says he denies feeling any pressure. He says he's dealt with WrestleMania, so Buddy Murphy will be just another day at the office. There's no way he'll lose in his home state in front of his friends and family. Alexander isn't worried about Murphy having a size advantage because people forgot he had to cut weight to join the division. Plus, he's had time to adjust to the loss of stamina experience from cuts. Cedric also isn't concerned with all the guys Buddy's beaten because the roster is full of talent, hungry competitors. He'll show Murphy and all of them that this is the age of Alexander next week. So we're getting that match in our main event next week on 205 Live. And then we have Tozawa interview backstage. He says he respected Itami, but he didn't respect him. If Itami didn't like him as a partner, he really won't like him as an opponent, which sets up for our main event, Hideo Itami versus Akira Tozawa. And I thought this was, again, a really good match. Also, as I said earlier, I think a heel Hideo Itami is the best route to go, and it makes sense with, the story of his career where he's gone. When he got to 205 Live, they threw him with Akira Tozawa, and, obviously he didn't like that. And, of course, he found the openings to eventually just, take out his frustrations on Tozawa as well. The match, again, was pretty good. Itami for a while was, just taunting Tozawa, just doing the whole respect me stuff before, Tozawa started to, punish him as well. But things changed, though, when he missed a senton off his top rope, and then he set him up, and then eventually Tommy set up for just a missile drop kick. Pretty much, it looks like it's his new finisher. He did try to put the Rings of Saturn on it again, which he's also somewhat used ever since they took away the GTS after he injured Deep Brian Kendrick. Even though I kind of speculate also they may have taken that away also because of how it was CM Punk. But what can you do? Pretty much. But Tommy gets the victory. So again, I think if Cedric Alexander does keep the Cruiserweight Championship until SummerSlam, I would like to see the match that I thought we could have gotten at WrestleMania. Cedric Alexander versus Hideo Itami for the Cruiserweight Championship. I think that could be a hell of a match on the card. SummerSlam will probably just be a pre-show match, which really sucks because I think the cruiserweights do definitely deserve a spot on the main card at some point, I think. But yeah, I think so. Um, but yeah, we got Hassan in the live chat. Um, Hideo is a heel, do the turn alert. As I said earlier, I didn't do a turn alert for when the Tommy turned face. I felt that this was just him warming up to the main roster pretty much, and just like getting put over before getting out of the serious business. So I'm not going to do a turn alert again since I never did one for him turning face. Murphy is mean, Neville is mean and out. Hideo is I like it, but not Murphy, and Neville is okay. The new finisher better not injure anybody unless it's scripted. Yeah, I guess so. But he should be fine. I missed the GTS. But that's pretty much it for this live review of 205 Live. Again, Hassan, thank you for your comments. I'm going to give this episode of 205 Live a B. What grade do you give this episode of 205 Live? Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. And be sure as always to click, buy, like, and subscribe over come to this channel. Follow me on Twitter at TheManAirBrownie3. I'll be back up here later on tonight, which probably a little bit later, though, for my NXT review because I'm watching the 2-hour season finale of Survivor. So I will catch NXT afterwards and do my review then. And I will most likely see what happens with the match with TM61 and Heavy Machinery. I'm pretty sure TM61 is officially heels now, but I just wanted to just be safe, just be sure. But so yeah, that's it, guys. I'm checking out. I'll see you all later on tonight. Till then, guys, have a great day.